Martini production.
Chatter that matters. What's going on, everyone? Happy Monday. Welcome to Chatter That Matters. This is the show where we just sit back on a Monday evening with good company and chit-chat. Have some chatter about the collecting community and about the hobby. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Vision, welcome to the panel as always. What's going on, man? How was your weekend?
Week was pretty good. It went by fast. Saturday, my girl wanted to go out. We've been out longer than usual, but all in all, it was good. And today was a pretty good day too. First day back on like meal prepping and running miles, stuff like that in the gym.
Yesterday you had a awesome barbecue. It looked like.
Oh yeah. So my sister and them came over and they wanted to barbecue, and I haven't had them over in a while. I think since last year. But like I didn't think they was already come. She told me she would bring all the food and stuff, and I had to cook. And I'm thinking like she ain't coming. So Sunday, I literally wasn't doing nothing. I was like, nah, she's not coming. So I get a text, something like, yep, this is the cancellation. So I'm devastated, like, oh man, She's like, yeah, we'll be on our way. I'm like, okay.
Oh, she.
We gotta clean up. This is not a drill.
That's crazy. But you had a good time?
Oh yeah, it was good. It was fun.
Awesome. Well, glad you can make it, man. Happy Monday. Jerry, always good to see you. How was your weekend?
It was all right. Not too bad. Kind of worked Sunday. Trying to figure out how I'm going to pay for all this shit that Prime 1 announced.
Oh, we're going to talk about it tonight a little bit. But yeah, I know you were... All I heard was pre-order. It's happening. All right, so it's good.
Yeah.
Might as well, right? Might as well while we can. Glad you can stop by. So I won't even ask you on Mondays then how your weekend is, because I know you'll just be working then. So we'll skip you going forward. Cool game. Good to see you. How's everything? How was your weekend?
Oh, pretty good, man. Pretty good. Week 3 of T-ball with my 5-year-old. So starting to get better and better at it.
He's doing well?
Pretty good, man. As long as the attention is there, yeah.
Of course. T-ball is just the beginning. This is the beginning stages. So that's awesome, though, that the attention's there. Hey, 3 weeks. Usually you'll know after 1. But the fact that it's been 3 already. You're coaching the team as well?
I am, yeah.
Awesome. How are the other kids?
That's good. Interesting, man. Interesting. Hilarious.
Just make sure he gets first base, all the attention. Forget about the other ones. Glad you can make it, man.
About a medal at the end of every game, and he hasn't gotten one yet. So.
He hasn't gotten one yet? Well, what kind of coach are you sleeping? Like, come on. You're supposed to sneak the medal under. Hey, I stole you one at home at the dinner table. Here's your medal. But awesome. Glad you can make it, man.
Appreciate it.
Keith, is happy Monday. What's going on? How was your weekend?
Not much, man. It's pretty good. Like, just like Vision, man. Been getting back, running miles. Got to get ready back for work. I come back in June, so I want to hit the ground running. Don't want to show up all out of shape and crying when we start running. So
now's the time to start.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, glad you can make it. Hope you had a good weekend as well. D-Rock, happy Monday, man. What's going on? You're on mute, man. It's okay. It's Monday. We're laid back here.
Got off work and chilling.
Yeah. Had a good weekend?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Another weekend out of town. I got one more week and then I get to head home. So I'm just looking forward to it.
Awesome. That week will fly by. How long will you be home for at that point?
Till the next project.
Okay, good. So at least sometimes. All right, that's awesome.
This will be over as far as on the ground. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Good stuff. It was a success so far.
So far, so good.
Awesome. Always good to hear. Glad you can make it. And of course, last but not least for now, we have Alan. Alan, how was your weekend?
The weekend was good. Caught up on a bunch of stuff around the house as usual.
Yeah.
Went back and watched all of the new Prime 1 releases. Trying to talk myself out of any new pre-orders. and so far not very successful. I've got like 2 that I'm like really, really interested in, but we'll see what happens. But
We'll
it's
see.
it's good to be here. And hey, I noticed you changed your background.
A little bit, playing around with some lighting.
As long as you got the light on Superman, that's all that matters.
Some spotlights,
Yeah.
On camera, it's unbelievable how bright it is on camera, because in person, it's not like that whatsoever. It's very dim. But yeah, I'm digging it. I like it so far. I got to buy a couple more packs, and then I'll kind of do a video on how I put everything together.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Appreciate it. Heck yeah. But we'll get into that Prime 1. We'll do a little recap to see what everyone's thoughts were, and we'll kick off with a little bit of a game, sort of. But before we do, let's see who's in the chat. Nice guy. Happy Monday, man. Glad you can make it. We got the main man. What's good, Polly fam? You know it. Who else we have here? Travis stopping by. Good to see you, Travis. Alex, we're playing a special game tonight, Alex. It's gonna be a special one. We're gonna hold off on the auction tonight, just because not everybody's here, and for this last episode of the auction, for this round at least, I want everybody to be here because we're gonna be doing trades, and I have a few other things up my sleeve. So hopefully next week we'll be able to
feel
get
like Piggy should miss out.
Piggy on. But we have Travis C stopping by. Good to see you, Travis. We got Jojo. Hope you're doing well. Ledge, always good to see you, Ledge. Ledge, I know you. If you're free, if you want to hop on, let me know. Anybody in the chat, if you guys are free, let me know if you guys want to hop on. We got Jojo. Who else here? I think that's it for now. Delvis, what's going on, Delvis? Huge congrats to Delvis as well. He did his review on the J&D Superman. Looked great. We're gonna cover that on Friday. Yeah, congrats to you. Awesome. And Knight, great to see you. If you guys are watching on Cool Game or on Twitch, on Cool Game's channel, Cool Game Collectibles, welcome. Let's have some fun tonight. I wanted to kick it off with the crown jewel of collecting. We're going to construct a collector's crown. Okay? I'm going to do that all in the background. All I want from you guys, okay? You're going to think it over while I go over some pictures. I want you to give me 2 statues that you absolutely love. You can own them, or they can be ones that you want to acquire. Not necessarily statues. It could be anything. Hobby related. Statues preferably, but whatever. If it's figures. 2 that you have always loved, that you either own or that you want to acquire. And then I want you to give me the crown jewel. The one piece, the creme de la creme. This one I want you to own. Out of your collection, one that you have that is your absolute favorite. That under no circumstance would ever leave. Would be the last piece to leave your collection. I want you guys to think about that for a little bit. I'm going to go through some photos because I had put this in the Facebook group. And a ton of people came forward and shared some photos. So,
is it one statue or can you make a diorama?
So 2 statues that you love. Out of those 2, it could be 2 from your collection, or it could be 2 you want to acquire, new or old, whatever. Any 2 statues that have been released, either in your collection or out there in the wild. And then the crown jewel, the most important one, I want it to be from your collection. No dioramas, just one piece. That's hard. I know. Well, that's the point. I'm going to give you some time to think. We're going to kick it off with Alex. Alex shared his collection. He went on a tear. Sold a lot of his quarter scale pieces, set up some nice garage shelving. And he says, it's hard to say. All my Prime 1 pieces have been carefully selected. Very selective of what I buy these days. But honestly, my Predator just blows me away every time. He has been on a Predator hunt lately. So thank you for sharing that, Alex. He's in the chat as well. Awesome collection, man. Great start. Really like this story. This is from Travis. He's in the chat as well. I'll read what he had said in the Facebook group. I have a handful of pieces in my collection that I hunted down in the wild, so I'll go with the first thing that popped up in my head. The Kurt Adler Superman Santa. This is an ultra rare piece. I had one years ago, but sold it, regretfully, at the time. Years later, around 2021, I was watching a Thursday night football game that ended up going into overtime. It was around the holidays, so I decided to fire up eBay one last time for shits and giggles. Sure enough, a listing for the Adler Superman Santa popped up, starting at $25. These usually go around $400. Turns out this lady had 6 of them in hand, brand new, in the box, after she scooped them up at a Hallmark near her that had went out of business. I jumped on it like a shark. At first I thought it was fake, but gladly it was real. Instead of scooping them all up to resell, I let the Superman community know of the last 5, and they went super fast. Because that is what Superman would do. The racing of my heart when that listing popped up went from 0 to 1 million in 1 second. That's awesome. I love that story. And this is a pretty cool Superman. $5, man. Can you imagine? You get lucky. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Thanks for sharing that, Travis. We got Terry sharing some of his crown jewels in the collection. The Damned Batman. We got the Red Death, as well as the Batman Beyond, the Arkham Batman Beyond, and the Batman Who Laughs. You love to see him.
Yeah, he's got a nice collection.
Definitely. Thanks for sharing, Terry. We have Jeffrey. He goes on to say, for now, Sume Odin is my favorite character in the One Piece anime. I have a lot on the way that will definitely be way above this, but definitely a crown jewel, as it kickstarted my bigger statue collection into what it's becoming now. Awesome. We got our very own Vega. This is the XM Studios Phoenix. He goes on to say, the only piece that I ever really had to hunt down at all. Also the first piece I ever upgraded to after selling my Sideshow version. Very nice. Thanks for sharing, Vega. We got our very own Nice Guy. Nice Guy goes on to say, I'd say the OG Spider-Man comic by Sideshow Collectibles would be one of the last to leave the collection. Took years to find one for a decent price. Yeah, this is such an awesome piece. Completely agree with you there. Huge congrats. I know you unboxed this recently, so huge congrats. It looks phenomenal in the collection. Then we got Kenzilla. Everybody knows Ken. He says this is going to the grave with him. We unboxed this live. This was epic. This is pretty awesome. So, thank you, Ken. And this, yeah, I wouldn't let this one go either. And then lastly, for photos, we got Poe. Poe says the XM Maestro. He'll definitely be the last one to leave the collection since it's so damn heavy. I wouldn't be bothered boxing him up. So, there you go. This is Travis who shared his story. Anytime, dude. Great topic. Love it. Appreciate you doing that, Travis. So, guys, thank you to everyone who shared that in the Everyday Collector group. Those were awesome and great stories attached to it. That's what it's all about. It doesn't have to be a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 piece. It could be hundreds of dollars. It's just that one piece that either you've always had your eye on and it took forever to acquire, or you just have some sort of sentimental attachment to it. But the most important is it's your attachment to it and what it means to you. So we'll kick it off with let's go in the middle with Keesis.
Two that, what was the thing again? Two that I want.
So it could be 2 that you love, either in your collection or that you would like to acquire at some point. That just stand out above everything else, but it's not the crown jewel level.
Okay, yeah. So 2 that I want will probably be the Superman Hush, and then also XM Ghost Rider on bike.
Okay, XM Ghost Rider on bike and Superman Hush. Let
Yeah.
me write these down. I gotta write these down. Keep track of these. Okay, and what
then
is
the
your
the
crown
one that I
jewel?
wouldn't sell out of that too, or just in general, like my collection.
This is your collection, your crown jewel that you would never. It would be the last to
Um,
leave.
probably. Hold on, real quick. I can show you. I can show you.
XM Ghost Rider, you said.
Probably this piece right here.
Hold on one second. Let me make the screen.
It's something small, but it was given to me by my little brother.
Wow. Okay.
It's an anime piece. This is Luffy and Shanks. Shanks is like an older brother to him, and probably something I'll never give away. Something small.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that'll probably be what I wouldn't give away under any circumstance.
So that's your crown jewel in your collection?
Yeah, only because it's meaningful behind it. Yeah.
For sure. Do you know who makes that?
No, this is like one of the things you get from like GameStop,
Uh,
like one of those small anime pieces
Okay.
they have for sale. So yeah.
I'm gonna get you to take me a picture of it afterwards, then, because I need a picture of it. Awesome. But your crown jewel is definitely sentiment oriented.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Love to hear it. Awesome. How about you, Vision?
My two, probably Batman versus Superman. And then you see my crown jewel, like something that I won't get rid of.
So Batman versus Superman would be one. I need one more that you would love, either that you'd want to acquire or out of your collection.
Oh, probably Maestro B.
Maestro. Okay. A? No, I'm kidding. Okay, B.
Hmm.
Oh. Okay, what's your crown jewel?
These, nah.
Jeez. Last one to leave. It's not leaving.
Well, I only keep one, then I'm gonna keep Maestro B then. So that'd be my crown jewel then, and then I'll put Justice Buster as number 2.
Okay. So Maestro's your
I
crown
get more
jewel.
from one. So I feel like I won't get bored with it. I have a representation. I have Iron Man. I have War Tank. I have, you know what I mean? I have different
Okay.
things. That's the only reason. Other than that, it'll probably be Justice Buster. I guess that's Superman. Wonder Woman.
What's going on, Slifer? If you're not working, let me know if you want to hop on. So for your two, so you're happy then with what you have, essentially how you've built your collection. There's not any other pieces out there that you would say I would prefer to have over, let's say, Batman versus Superman or Justice Buster.
Oh no, we're not preferring.
Okay.
No, I got to listen. What I have right now is what I prefer. You know what I'm saying? Because everything I like,
Awesome.
essentially. So it's either which one's going to make me more happier right now, rather than later. So all these made me happy.
That's what it's about, man. Heck yeah.
And I don't have a grail. Like everybody has grails and stuff like that. I yet have seen something I'm thinking like that's a grail. That not one statue so far for me.
Yeah, for sure. How about you, Jerry? Thanks, Vision.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with two that I want. One is the Prime One, 1/3 Geralt from Witcher 3.
From Witcher 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other one, kind of go with one of the pieces that they announced on Friday. I'm gonna go with the Gurren Lagann. I think it's called Tengen Toppa. Is like the mech that came out a couple years ago.
Gurren Lagann. Okay. Sweet. And then what's your crown jewel in your collection that you wouldn't let go?
Probably the Prime One God of War.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Really want that too.
Is that a dial?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Prime One God of War. Sweet setup, sweet list there. What's going on, Vega? Good to see you, man. If you're free and you want to hop on, let me know. Send you the link. Cool game. How about yourself?
The two pieces sitting right behind Vision. That 1/3 Batman Batcave and Detective 1000 are the two that are just like amazing to me. Wish I had in my collection. My crown jewel probably be my 1/6 scale Superman from Tweeterhead. That was my first 1/6 scale. Introduced me to that line. Introduced me to 1/6 scale as a whole. And I'm a huge 1/10 scale collector. So going to 1/6, I just felt like the presence is there, but it doesn't take up as much space as a quarter scale or a 1/3. So
For sure.
it's kind of like the sweet spot, man. It's like the perfect statue.
And it was your introduction into the line, so there's
Yeah.
going to be some sentimental value there for sure, some nostalgia and some pulling at the heartstrings.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. And Alan, how about you?
Now the crown jewel, is it have to be one of the two?
No. So the two are just pieces you love, either in your collection or that you would like
Okay.
to acquire, and then the crown
Okay.
jewel has to be in your collection.
Yep. Okay. XM Hulkbuster
Is the one you love?
is one of the two.
Okay, sure.
And the Prime 1 Zod Apostle Form diorama that I have behind me.
Okay.
And the crown jewel that would never leave would be the Alita life-size bust. In
Awesome.
person, it's stunning.
Awesome. Pretty sweet list here. So I'm going to put these together. I know D-Rock had to step away for a moment. When he gets back, we'll get his list. But I'm going to put this together and kind of work on like a little bit of a project behind the scenes and make it look cool. But these are pretty solid lists here.
How about you, John? You got to get in on this.
Oh, I don't even know, man. Eesh. I didn't even think
get
about
off.
it. I didn't
You
even
don't
think
get
about
off. Yeah, you don't get off that easy.
it. I'd probably go two that I really love would be the DK3 by Prime One Studios.
Yeah.
And the other one would probably be the. Oof, this is tough, man. Eee.
Superman Hush.
I think I'm gonna go with the LBS Hulk.
Disrespectful.
Oh,
But the problems are not the problems.
I just think funny. I just think that piece is. I don't. It's been a few weeks already, and it's crazy. I had my parents over this week, and this is the first time they saw the new setup, and they were like, "Holy crap!" They freaked, and it used to be they used to come down, and the first thing they saw was the Superman Hush, and they're like, "Wow!" And then my dad saw the Hulk, and he's like, "Are you insane? You have to be insane." And I don't know, man. That Hulk is just it's wild. So I think, but Crown Jewel is going to be my Sideshow Mary Jane comic-ette. Adam Hughes comic-ette.
Interesting.
From the 1/5 scale. Yeah, that's my Crown Jewel. She'll never leave the collection.
Cool.
Ever. She was my first statue back in the teenage years. And just means a lot. Of course, we have larger pieces and more valuable pieces, but sentiment for me is most important. So,
Very cool.
yeah, awesome. That was tough. I want to say DK. I wanted to throw Superman Hush in there somewhere though, because that piece is really that piece is one that was tough to acquire, and it was a big accomplishment acquiring that, and I absolutely love it, and I don't think it would leave either. But what's going on, Jeff? Great to see you, Kenobi, watching on Cool Games channel. What's going on, Kenobi? Hope you're doing well. Travis saying, John, where did you end up putting the LBS Hulk? It's right in front of me. I set it up so that I can stream from both ends, depending on how I feel. So today's a Prime 1 day. But thanks, guys. So before we move on to the next thing, D-Rock, please, your two, your two, and then your crown jewel, if you have.
So it's two that Sorry, just give me the rundown again for the
Of
two.
course,
I know what the
So it could be two from your two statues that you absolutely love. It could be two
Okay.
you own in your collection, or it could be two that you would love to acquire at some point.
All right. In no particular order, number one would be my Prime 1 Batman Hush. Blue.
Awesome.
Blue and gray.
Okay.
For such a simple statue, I just feel like it to me embodies just the look of Batman, and like the way it sculpted the cape and everything is really well done.
Okay.
Going in and doing a little bit of the hatch marks and stuff, like the drawing, helps a lot on that one. I think it actually looks better on that than any other statue that you do that on that I've seen. And I don't know, that's the Batman I grew up with,
For sure.
basically the Jim Lee Batman. And I'd say the other one is probably a Sideshow, the original Sideshow OG Hulk
Hell yeah.
that I had, and I need to get another one back at some point. But I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. I just from the pose not being the standard pose, just kind of an otherworldly, like not what you normally see in a statue. You know, it's not a superhero pose. It's not a your standard thing. It kind of fits the whole theme of the monster, kind of that Frankenstein look. And I think they just sculpted it perfectly, honestly. I don't think they could have done better on it. And it still has the best face sculpt, including the new LBS Hulks. And you've got it in front of you so you can see it. But the Kirby look, for me, it still looks better on that side.
That's a classic
They
that'll
just
never be replaced. That's just
they just nailed it.
It's engraved. That's engraved in the collecting history, in my opinion, as well.
Yeah. So, and I'm gonna get them back because as soon as I let it go, I was like, "Ooh, I made a mistake," because I missed it like immediately. So
yeah,
I felt like that when I sold cable, Sideshow's cable. Yeah.
Oh,
you replaced them with wire, though, right?
Just gonna gloss over that, man.
I love that one too, though. That's like the defense.
There was a time when I found myself funny, but today you have proven me wrong. Thank you.
That's good.
How about your crown jewel, D-Rock?
It would be this one right here, which I'm not actually in my house, but this one right here.
The LBS Hulk.
I just don't see me letting that go for any reason. As a matter of fact, somebody was on Facebook working a deal out. I don't know if it was BS or if it's real with Jay to get busts.
Yeah, it's real. From what I understand, it's real. Yeah.
I thought about maybe grabbing one of those, just to have, because there was another one. I don't really like the modern one, but I would get the Kirby one too to be able to swap them out or put a bust somewhere. But
awesome.
It would be this one. Yeah, it's this one.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
I guess classic is what they called it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just too good.
Great selection.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's wild what they were able to pull off, to be honest. But
I mean, I can't. Let me just make a comment real quick about Jay.
of course.
I'm not like a Jay fanboy or anything. I'm not a fanboy of anybody, artistic wise or style wise or whatever. But the way he puts the love into the characters that he makes sure he makes the way he makes them, so that everybody can feel he's actually referencing something. He's actually paying attention to what these characters look like in certain eras and stuff, and not just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna put my spin on it and do some random shit nobody cares about." I just really appreciate it, and it shows in the.
It
stuff.
shows.
It's just like this Magneto. It shows in 100%.
Yeah.
That's the Magneto that I know of. That Hulk it shows. So
yeah,
to me, it's just like I can't wait for my Superman and Batman. Honestly.
Wonder Woman. He has a solid lineup coming out. I'm looking forward to seeing as well.
Yeah.
But thank you guys, man. That was pretty good. I got a good amount of information here. I'm gonna try to have some fun with this behind the scenes, and I will keep you in the loop as to what we're gonna do with it. Fatal stopping by. What's going on, Fatal? Good to see you. Happy Monday. We got Figure Kong as well. Figure Kong, hope you're doing well. Slifer says Prime 1 Guyver, Prime 1 Guts, Berserker armor will never leave my collection. One I would love to add is Berserk Zod human form, but seems like it'll never happen. Never say never. Slifer. Never say never. Awesome. Let's get into some news. Talk about some Prime 1 stuff, because Prime 1, we kind of missed the news when it came to because of the showcase, which was freaking awesome and completely worth it. But I wanted to touch on some things we didn't get to touch on and see what you guys really think about this. Kicking off with Sideshow, just some simple stuff with Sideshow, but edition sizes announced on some of the premium formats, and I wanted to know what you guys thought about this business-wise, from a collector standpoint, and the future of Sideshow, because I kind of feel like they're ping-ponging around back and forth. So Batgirl was announced an edition size of 2200. The Spider-Man premium format announced that an edition size of 1250, and then lastly Dazzler, which this isn't too surprising, but an edition size of 500. I think a majority of people were really shocked by the Batgirl, but I want to hear what you guys think. Does edition size matter here? And if it does matter, how does it matter?
Well, I guess it doesn't matter who speaks first.
Oh, of course not. Most definitely.
Okay. I really love this Batgirl. I'm surprised at that edition size. It's actually higher than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in this case, it's so well done that I don't think it's going to matter. I think they're going to sell out that entire amount. And I think after they're gone, I think this will be a sought after piece, in my opinion.
Very interesting. Anyone else have a take? Vision, I know you had mentioned that you don't necessarily care about ES.
Yeah. So
is this a piece you'd pick up?
I'm 100% getting this piece. Like Alan said, this might be a thought out piece, but I really want it for myself. 2200 is a lot of ES, but I don't mind somebody enjoying it just as much as I want it.
Mm-hmm.
I just won't PO it right away though. I have time. I have other things that's on my list that I think is probably more important. Like if they just said an ES of 400, this would be PO the day whoever posted and seen it.
Yeah.
2200, I could wait. I see you on seconds or something.
Yeah.
Daily deals or whatnot. Yeah.
And I think I completely agree with you. I think this is people who are interested in this piece are going to pick it up, regardless of what the ES is. But I do think that what the ES will set and what it will determine is how fast people jump on it. Because if you could save a little bit of money, keep it in your pocket by hitting a deal, why not?
I like how they did that YouTube video about this suit. You could really see the art behind it, the ladies painting it, and then I can see how massive that face is as well.
Yeah,
it's not small. But yeah, 2200 is a lot though. But I think this is going to sell well for them though, so they deserve it. And then the price of 700 $10 when I light up. That's to me that's crazy good.
Anybody else have a take on either of these three?
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful piece. I think the price point is perfect. I mean, pretty much right in line with most premium formats right now. But I was shocked by the ES, especially considering the Poison Ivy, right? The green version had 200. The flush colored had 1,000, so you're only looking at 1,200. And then the Penguin was sitting at 1,500. And I think that was I thought it was a sought after character because a lot of people were talking about a Penguin just like they talk about a Riddler.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's highly sought after. I just think 2,200 is high. I think 1,200, maybe 1,500 at the max would have been a good addition size. So I don't know, man. I do think it's amazing. And I think they really are banking on the fact that Clayface is on the base, that's going to really drive the sales on it.
Is this a piece that you have in your roster that you'd like to pick up?
Definitely. To pair with the Prime 1 Batman.
Awesome,
yep. The advance suit, yep.
Yeah. Perfect.
I think it's crazy how a lot of people in the community is like, or no, not everybody, but a lot are like, the ES is too high. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Then when you ask them, are you getting it? Well, yeah. Well, that's why the ES is too high, because
Yeah.
you, like other people,
Yeah.
really enjoy this Batwoman. Really like this statue. So I can understand why it's high. I never the one to complain about ESs. If I get a statue, I'm not thinking about the ES. Understand people get or think about ESs for different reasons. I just don't really care. I do think that, like John said, it's gonna let people take their time getting this. I think personally that can, backfire and bite you in the ass at the end of the day. Because if you wait too long, we don't know if this is like a. We thought that Mythos Vader, didn't that one go at least his first batch sell out?
Yeah, the batches are going correct. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, this could be the same case where you're waiting for a long time now because whatever the case may be, you might lose interest, whatever it may be. The Spider-Man one, I personally would have had that a little bit lower, but it's Spider-Man, so it's probably going to sell. And then Dazzler, I definitely would have had lower. I think that Dazzler should have been around the 200 to 300, honestly.
Like 250, the sweet spot.
Yeah, I don't see this character. Maybe because the ES, again, maybe because the ES, a lot of people will pick it up because there's not going to be many of Dazzlers out there.
Yeah.
But like, there's already customs coming out around the same time as this, so you got to keep that in mind as a company like Sideshow. So, I think that this is the only miss right here out of the two.
Okay.
I
Anyone
think
else?
I don't see this selling out
Eventually.
No time. Yeah, it'll sell out later in life, but it won't sell out no time soon. Because even that Penguin is a great, great statue. Like, really, really nice. And shout out to Cash, he unboxed it, and the details on that thing is crazy. But right now, you can buy it and get it delivered to you tomorrow. So people just waiting because the ES is so high, they just rather do other things. That's smaller ESs. All they say is it's going to sell out.
Good to see you, Ross. Ross says, "Hey, John, team, great to join the show. I thought the Spider-Man symbiote was high, but it sold out because it was a great piece. Batgirl will be similar. Thank you for sending the pics as well, Ross. I'm going to share them on Friday of the LBS Hulk. Congratulations on that pickup. Always great to see you." Kenobi saying, "Not many quarter-scale Batgirls out there. Plus, it's the first time Clayface is being shown in a quarter scale. Most want this piece, hence the ES." Hey Zeus, great to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. Anybody else before I give a quick final thought on it? We're all good to put the bow on this. I think it's a step backwards, personally. I thought that we were moving in a direction where they were trying to incentivize pre-ordering, and I feel like this is a step back from that. So I don't know how they're going to be moving forward with ESs. They definitely announced the ES much quicker than they typically do, I felt. But it doesn't incentivize, people to pre-order right away. Because I'm sure you can see this on seconds. Or maybe at a discounted, on a deal or something in the aftermath. Who knows? But I think you'll be able to pick this a little bit lower than retail. A prime example that was brought up was that symbiote Spidey. Yeah, 5,000 were made. I don't know if all 5,000 were made or 5,500 were made. It could have been whatever batch they're on. But at the same time, if they're all gone right now, beloved statue, tons of people love that representation. But you see it still going below retail in the aftermarket. So that's a little worrisome. Again, I think if you love the statue, you're going to pick it up regardless. But if you're someone that's on the fence and would eventually like to add it to the collection, I think this is one that you can maybe wait for a seconds or something like that. But if you love it, go for it. A price point's great, and the piece overall looks stunning. So I think at that value, even if you're paying $710, there's value there.
Can I ask a question?
Unfortunately, question time is... No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. Of course.
Do you guys like to see statues sell out?
Yes.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Okay. Because I feel the same way. And that's why sometimes the ES kind of worries me. I'm not a huge fan of them sitting in the warehouse.
Precisely.
John, you actually made a great point when you said the value of the statue. If it's being sold under retail, I mean, I want my statues to stay valued at least retail. I mean, I think very highly of them. That's why I bought them, right? I don't want them to diminish in value, or I don't think they diminish
I
in
mean, I think
value
that
as a
very.
piece, but monetarily, I wouldn't want it to depreciate either.
I think that varies for people though. A lot of people would get statues that they're not looking at the value of it. They're looking at if they truly do just like it.
Yeah,
You know, it's like I the only way I could put it is, some people just don't buy with the thought of, selling it, or if I do sell it, I want to get the same value what I think it is. Now there's very well those same people who think that aren't realistic, and they think a statue is their personal value of what they, if they do decide to sell it, of what it is, and it's not that. It's just
right.
it isn't what they believe it is. So, I mean, I think there's two ends to everything. There's two sides to a coin, however you want to put it. But I mean, I personally just want them to sell out. So when they say, "Hey, here you guys go, a real Clayface," this last Batgirl that had Clayface on the base sold really good, or sold out. Here's this Clayface for.
The show there's interest in the project. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's what I like. Like I don't want a Tweeter head situation where they got a Two Face that everybody's been asking for, and it's still up for whatever pre-order, whatever they're doing. They still got more in stock, basically.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Well, I just want to play a little devil's advocate here.
Of course.
I think this is going to backfire on them a little bit, personally. At least on the Batwoman statue or Batgirl, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it, honestly. I know a lot of people really love it. I just don't think it makes any sense. The statue itself, as far as just there's certain things about it that make no sense. I like
oh,
I
you
like
saying the concept?
like the portrait. Yeah, I like the concept's dumb.
Okay.
Just to me, it's my personal opinion. Like I don't understand things like the wraps. I don't understand things like why does she have a crowbar? That's like a Joker thing, not a Batgirl thing. She actually has a weapon she uses, and I'm not sure why we traded that for a crowbar. So to me, that's like
What's going on, Mitchell?
it's Daniel Bell and Richard Long. I mean, maybe they designed it that way because they just want to do something different, but it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, putting that aside, I just think that when they release this number, it will make people do exactly what you guys have already said. Well, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
A couple people have already said, well, I'll just wait. So the people who are interested are like, oh, well, I ain't got to rush. If they'd have released it and it said 750, it probably would have sold out in the next few months or whatever. But
Yeah.
at 2,200 nowadays, with the market the way it's been and the aftermarket being so bad as far as statue sales, I feel like people are just gonna grab it for $500 on aftermarket, and nobody's gonna pre-order it now when they saw that number. Dazzler to me also seems a little high, but then again, it's probably the only Dazzler you'll ever see, especially this version from this era. So that makes a little more sense, and I feel like Spider-Man's right on target for Spider-Man, to be honest.
Awesome.
Like 1250 sounds exactly like the number you would expect for basically any Spider-Man piece, and I feel like that Spider-Man's really well done. So,
Well, thank you guys for.
I just don't think Batgirl. I think it's just too high for this time period.
For
And
that
again,
time.
maybe they'll make another one, and that'll be the only one.
Maybe
that
pre-orders were that popular. Yeah, maybe pre-orders were that good. But with what Cool Game was saying, when I started collecting, it was like a different time, and I love when a piece goes up for pre-order with a low ES and sells out. That's just me. Absolutely love it.
Well, there's a method to collecting. People don't usually collect things that there's a ton of.
Yeah,
because then it's not actual collecting at that point. It's they're telling you what to collect.
Like when we did that J&D Catwoman order live, like I haven't felt that. Although it didn't sell out, like I was gone in 24 hours from J&D. It's still not even, the rarity is still not there. But I haven't felt like that, like the whole get the credit card to the computer, sit at the computer at this time, be prepared. I haven't felt that in a very long time, besides when I ordered some art prints the other day. But that's what this hobby's missing, in my opinion. I think everything is too readily available, and we've become spoiled, in my opinion. It's too easy to get this stuff.
That's how I feel. Like, I used to buy Jordans. You know the rush you would get to go and get a new pair of Jordans, and it's because not many people will have them, right? So you stood out if you had the brand.
What's going on, Rashid?
Rush J's.
Yep.
That's the same way I feel about the statues. Like, I
it was like that at one point.
Everybody's.
Yeah, it was like that at one point. Hopefully we get back to it, but it just, again, I think with options that are out, there's so many different options and so many companies doing the same characters, and it's just, it's tough. It was easier it was easier back in the day to have that more exclusive product, I think, and that more demand. But nowadays it's tough because, I don't know, you got the secondary market playing a hand in it. You've got so many options. It's tough. We'll see.
Yeah.
But
also, like, it seems like there's just like dropping tons of stuff constantly now. This year especially. Or maybe it's just that they're dropping a lot of stuff.
No, you're right.
Like,
Vega.
You can choose what you're gonna buy. You're like, I don't know, like, I can't buy all of it. So now I've got to be real selective with a couple of pieces. I normally would buy a couple pieces from Sideshow a year. I'm not going to start buying 8 to 10 every year just because they're releasing a bunch more. So now you still got to, like, is that really a good thing for them that they're releasing that many different things? Or is it kind of like they're just saturating the market now with just a bunch of stuff? And there's a load of releases.
Slifer brings up a point. I disagree. I like being able to buy what I want. ES doesn't matter to me. Looking as this is an investment, you will always lose out. Yeah, I can see that.
I disagree with the last part of that statement. You can look at an ES and it have nothing to do with resale value.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't think of it as resale value because I pretty much have sold every statue I've ever sold at a loss, except for maybe one.
But what when people say they buy a statue and don't want it to lose its value, that's what it conflicts with the resale. I think the aspect of when you say that statement to other people, I feel like it conflicts a little bit because it's a value. If it's a value to you, then ES don't matter.
But I think the value.
I still paid $700 for it. I don't want to sell it and
200,
700 back. I mean, I would like to, but I take losses on statues when I sell them as well. I don't like it though.
We all do. Yeah, we all take.
Not today, Rashid.
So nobody can sit here and say, "Hey, I only buy statues to make money." Good luck.
Yeah, no.
There's no way you'd be good enough to only buy the ones.
No, there's no way.
I think it's part of the whole collectability. Personally, like it's just to me, it's part of the whole experience. Is I own this piece and it's a rare piece to own, and I was there. I was able to pre-order it, and I got it during the first wave, and you weren't able to pick it up. So if you want to pick it up, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more for it. That may sound very selfish, but it's just the way I was brought up in the hobby. That was collecting, and the way I've seen things change, and it's not a healthy for the hobby.
Yeah, when I came in the hobby, I think it was right before COVID hit. Yeah. So when I came in, everything was like a flux. So this is just normal for me per se, right? So when I see an ES that's 2,000, I'm thinking, okay, whatever. When I see an ES that's 500, do I get that initial FOMO? Yes, if it's a piece that I really want. Like if this Superman Hush 1/4 come out, right? And they're like, we're only making 900, right? Or we're keeping it under 1,000. I know it's probably not going to happen. Say they are. I'm going to get that initial FOMO. It's like, oh, I need to get this down. Like, I understand that aspect of collecting. But I think the time period that I came into, it just wasn't a big issue for me. Because everything, ES-wise, was like 2,000.
It was different. It was a different time.
So, yeah. Now it's going lower, though.
Slifer says, I buy it for presents in my collection. What it can sell for to fund other pieces. Not for what it can sell for in other pieces. Same here. Like, that's the whole thing. I'm not someone who resells. But I still like that collectability on a piece that I own. Kenobi says, What about people who collect action figures? They don't even have ES, yet they still enjoy collecting. It's interesting that you say that. If you refer to action figures like Hot Toys, that's where I started my hobby in 2009, and that was even worse than statues. You'd have a Hot Toy go up, sell out. A $300 Hot Toy would sell for $600 to $700 a month later because of the rarity. And then what happened? The company saw this, and what did they start doing with the influx of collectors coming into the market? They started reissuing them, which absolutely destroyed the collecting market for Hot Toys, in my opinion. Absolutely obliterated it. So, again, I don't think you need to have an ES attached to it. It's physically, it's once it sells out and it's no longer available and people want it, there's a demand for it. That's what causes the
But I also
increase.
know there's also those pieces with high ES that in the aftermarket still you will get more than the resale value is more though, even though the ES is higher. For example, Hawk Girl over there.
Yeah.
I'm seeing some go for like 12. Same with the Green Lantern. The Rogue exclusive from Sideshow, that I've seen go for over 1,000. So I mean, there are those pieces out
There
there.
are pieces, for sure.
Now that's the anomaly. It's not the
not the rule.
regular. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
that. So
All right, let's keep on
Which
going.
is like, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody is in here collecting for resale. But
Exactly.
that being said, I'm going to do just a little bit of pushback on Slifer here. If you don't ever think about the fact that you're spending thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars on some of this stuff, and how much that if something happened, you would need that money quick, then I think that's kind of not a good idea to live that way. Because what if you needed it for a medical bill? What if your wife divorces you? There's all kinds
Something
of stuff
like that.
Something will happen in your life at some point. You'll need money fast. And I mean, unless you're rich, you're not just going to have a bunch of money sitting, plenty of money no matter what. So most people aren't going to be in that position, even if they're comfortable and collect quite a few statues a year or whatever.
Kenobi says the OG Mythos Vader has an ES of 9,000. Still
Agree
sells
with
out
you,
for higher.
D-Rock. You might need money sometimes, so you gotta just figure it out.
Get your underwear off your head, man. What the?
Figure it out, D-Rock. Give it up the statues.
I was like, so what kind of ski mask is that?
But like, you guys understand, like
Awesome.
you personally,
You said I left or no tomorrow.
it's like the XM Hulkbuster, right? Once it comes up for sale and I'm cash ready, I'm excited. Oh, let's hear it and get it, because there's only one. And think about it, it's like probably like another 100 people that wants that statue that had the opportunity to get it. So I like the knowing that I have a chance of getting it, and I know, oh man, when I miss it, I'm like, oh damn, but I get that excitement.
That rush.
With this Batgirl, I got excited because I think it looks dope. I actually like how it looks. Again, and they said 300 ES out of order, out of PO'd as soon as I seen the ES go up. So I got the FOMO, oh my sellers want to sell out. And the price is great, But now I got 2,200. Before I even buy that, I'll have like Jetwing here. I'll have like Jungle Hunter here. I'll probably have Top here. You know, because I already know that's still there. So that's still an option. These are more important to me now.
I'll leave it with this comment.
Yeah.
Kenobi says OG Mythos Vader has an ES of 9,000, sells for higher than retail. I think that OG one had an edition size of 5,000, if I can remember right. But he retailed for, and that was again a different time, $349.99 when he came out. And that Vader sold out, and it was for the longest time known as one of the best Vaders, and was going for thousands in the aftermarket, thousands. And it plummeted once they did that new Vader, the recent Vader, the Kucherik brothers they did the cape, the new Vader. That piece plummeted. I had that piece as well, and it's just gone. Still, to me, one of the best, just because of his portrayal and how he's wearing the suit, and that it's exactly what it describes, contemplation, and you can see it in that piece. But yeah, it was going for $349. All these pieces took such a hit because companies revisited the character, did a different version, and they just don't hold what they used to. All right, let's keep going. PCS, just a quick PCS mention. Stay tuned. Magic Johnson's going up for pre-order April 25th, which is what, this week? So we'll probably cover it on Friday.
Who's that supposed to be?
That's Magic Johnson. I don't know. I'm not a big basketball guy, but we'll do our comparison with more photos. We haven't seen more photos yet, and I don't think it's fair to zoom in here and start analyzing it. But we will.
It's not fair, but they put it out. Never mind.
That's true. Why is it not fair?
It's not. Well, I personally wouldn't necessarily do comparison photos yet off of this. This is to go in and zoom in, and I want side profiles and more. You could state how you feel about the piece or the likeness now, but I don't want to be saying this looks horrible, and then they.
I have no comment about the likeness. I just think PCS is not great at doing likeness. Personally,
VH says doesn't look like him.
Okay, I'll say this. This is coming from Keys. Has nothing to do with John or Everyday Collector. This is my YouTube channel. It's Keys' World Collections. I am saying this does not, at least in this photo that they released,
that's the thing,
does not look like Magic Johnson at all. Irving John, it don't look like him. Now, that's just in this picture. I wish that they maybe chose a different one, a different angle. But it just don't look like him. I've noticed in this line they have been struggling with the likenesses a little bit, and that's even when we had more pictures and more angles of the other two they released. Now, based off history, when we get more pictures of this, I don't think it's going to match up to Magic Johnson. Now, I could be wrong, but I will wait and see. As of right now, I don't think it's not fair to critique, to say, hey, this don't look like him.
No, I think it's fair to critique it. Listen, so this is my stance. When I'm dealing with PCS, I don't want to say I have to walk a fine line, but I have to make sure that I'm on point with everything, because I'm on I don't know what list I'm on, but I want to make sure that I'm on point, because I'm not going to give anybody any area to talk shit. So I'm going to be fair about it. Anybody on this panel can say whatever they want. Anybody in the Facebook group says whatever they want. The majority of the people that I see are saying the same thing. For me, I'm not going to start zooming in and putting comparison shots till they get a full 360 of the head, so that I can really go in on it and say, hey, this needs work, that needs work. Because then if I go and do all that work, they pull out the comparison, they pull up the photos, 360 of the head, and it looks better than what it is, then I just wasted all my time. So, should they have just put up the damn pre-order photos with this teaser? Sure. Because I don't think anybody's going to be credit card ready April 25th without seeing more photos. That's me. So,
Yeah.
release the photos before April 25th. That would make the most sense.
I do agree with Keith. This line, that there has been a bit of a struggle with the likeness. So I'm interested to see what they do with this Magic Johnson. I was let down by the Jordan one. I mean, I'm a huge Jordan fan, and that was definitely one I would have picked up. And it was just too off for me.
Wow. Slave is too much. Hi, Slave.
I showed it to my sister's guy and my nephew. They really big basketball fans. And the only way they knew this, they're like, yeah, well, we know what it is because 32 the Lakers, so you automatically knew this. But he said, take away that. That don't look like
okay. So let me see if I can pull this up. Then we're gonna do this. I'm not a basketball guy, so maybe that's part of it too. But hold on a second.
That's probably Magic on HIV. Nah, too soon.
Maybe.
Give me a second. There we go.
I mean, they only did 150 of the Jordan. They haven't sold those out. I'm looking at them. So I don't know.
But I think with the Jordans,
it's a great license pickup for them. I think it's a wonderful license pickup for them. I just wish they could take the time to get the portraits right. That's really all.
I was excited when they picked this up because I'm like, oh, they get that Kobe license.
Allen Iverson. I was hoping Dr. J, let's go.
You get these characters, or I said characters like they're made up, but you get these people who are big in areas. I'm from South LA, so if they do a Kobe one, I know that's gonna sell out. People who are not even statue collectors like that, they see a Kobe statue, they're gonna be, oh, I want that. So
Right.
you ain't got this, it's gonna be a struggle, man.
So I Googled picture. I tried to Google. That's the thing. I Googled pictures to try to get the photo, and I couldn't get any like that. I felt match this, so that's why it was.
I think they'll fix it though. Like whatever you guys say, and when people say they'll fix it. Like they did. They fixed the Jordan better than what it was. So I think they still have talent.
They did fix the Jordan. They did not fix the Larry Bird, but they fixed the Jordan.
Oh yeah, I haven't even seen the Larry Bird.
Kenobi says
Jordan,
they're
but
port.
is it fixed? Is it really fixed, or is it just better?
The Michael, it's better.
I still think it needs some work. It's not all the way there yet. But I guess we just have to be happy with what we get.
V's saying only 12 pieces left for Michael Jordan, the silver exclusive out of 150. So if that
This
is
looks like
true,
Draymond Green.
I don't even know what that is.
I
So we'll
kept
keep
thinking,
it.
I mean, with the Magic, I see some likeness in the face, around the nose and the eyes. I mean, there's some likeness. To me, it's not as bad as the Jordan one was, but there's still some work to be done.
I think the Jordan one looked better than this from first coming out.
We will definitely keep you guys posted. That's the first thing we'll do on. Club's
Like
coming
the
on Friday,
basketball,
so by
the
then.
handheld, it looks
But
good.
like I said, off of this picture, I'm not saying the piece is going to be bad. I'm saying it's not off to a good start because you
yeah.
release a picture that the likeness does not look like it. Now, I could be very wrong. Keezus from Keezus World Collections YouTube channel is
You
saying
don't have to
I
say
could
that.
be wrong.
You don't have to say that.
No, I gotta say it.
Unless you're trying to self promote, but other than that, you don't have to say that.
You put this up in 3 times.
You gotta say it.
You don't have to say it. Trust me, you don't have to say it.
Like birds.
You don't. Larry Bird, Larry Bird again. I did the comparison with Larry Bird, but his armpits look like assholes, so I can't get past that. That needs to be fixed for me. But besides that, I'll keep you guys posted. This was primarily what Dark Kenobi says. This is what I'm waiting for. This will be whether I jump on their bandwagon or not. Is that third skill Star Wars license? And this is not giving him hope.
I mean, if they do a Vader, you don't gotta worry about his face.
Well, no. The first thing they're doing is
everyone will look good except Han, Luke, and Leia.
So you'll get a stormtrooper and you'll get Vader.
But the thing with Star Wars might be
Like
worse
Star Wars.
because even the characters that don't have a likeness, Star Wars fans are gonna critique the armor, helmets, everything needs to be perfect.
Yeah.
But I think they'll do good with that. I think they're like monsters, anything that's not human flesh tone, and I think that's why the Shredder came out so well. Like, I think the Blade too. Actually, no, they got some hits because Blade is good too. I ain't going front. Blade is nice too.
Yeah, the museum one I like.
Yeah, so I mean,
I
they
like
got
the museum.
they got their hits for sure. When they knock it out of when they get it right, they knock it out of the park.
They do it well. Yeah. Slifer says PCS lifelike portraits aren't there. I don't care what anyone says. McFly agrees. Welcome, McFly. Happy Monday.
I don't think that's even in contention. I mean, we all think they don't look that great, but
Yeah. We will definitely keep you updated, though. Let's get to some of the fun that we had on Friday. I want to just say a huge thank you. We did a live watch party. It was a blast with everybody. I want to say thank you to everybody, especially the panel who came out and hung out, and even more so everyone in the chat who came out to hang out with us, or watch the replay, or just spent the evening with us, because everybody and their grandmother was streaming it. It means a lot. Means a lot to me, and I appreciate you guys. We had so much fun. Some really great pieces that were shown. So let's talk about it a little bit to kind of wrap things up on the news front. It's been a few days. Are you guys still feeling that excitement? Was there any pieces that still have you the giggles, the butterflies in the stomach that make you want to pre-order as soon as it comes out? What's piquing your interest? Here is the list of coming soon from that showcase. I know for a fact that Vision is ordering this Megan here. Right, Vision?
Day one.
Day one, baby. But let me know, guys. Anything that excited you?
It seems the more I watch like this, or the more I look at these pieces, I just add something more than like not excited. I'm only excited for the Superman, right? The Hush.
This Hush?
Yeah, that's the one that I'm excited for. I noticed a few details in the Hush in this one that the third doesn't have. That they added to this one, just like within the suit, some of the shading. It's a little different, not that much to like gripe home about, but I enjoy the changes that they did make. Also the Neo, I'm trying to stay at a 1/3, but Neo is like childhood for me, so
it's tempting.
Yeah, it's very tempting. And then the Levi versus Beast Titan.
Let's see, which one is that one?
That's the anime one.
Roy and Mustang.
Oh, that was a badass.
This one
right
here.
there. Yeah.
This one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That shit's gonna be massive.
And that one right there is probably gonna be a get for me, honestly. Depending on the price, because Prime won't be going crazy with their anime pieces prices. I don't know why. Like you can get something like this from a different, like an anime company, and they'll charge half of what the Prime One wants to charge. So
I think easy this is gonna be over 2K.
all right, let's not tell them or put that out there in the universe. All right.
I'm thinking it's gonna be $8.99.
Thank you.
Yeah, that thing is dope though. I don't even. Yeah, that's Attack of the Titans. Right? That thing is it's massive too. It's not
Badass
small.
statue.
Yeah, that looks great.
I could never buy it. That statue.
Oh, and the guts right in Casca.
This was wild. This piece.
Yeah, those pieces right there. I was kind of enticed by the the Berserker armor, the guts one versus Grumbeld. But if that's a Dio, it's a 1/4 scale Dio, or what is it? 1/6 scale Dio. It's gonna be 4. That might hit 2K.
Trying to see if I could get those clear photos that they posted quick because they were. When you see this,
Oh, I think it'll be over too. I think it'll be like 25, 26.
Yeah,
Because those
Which I
are
don't
big
mind.
characters. They're both dudes.
well, Grumbeld, he's huge. He's supposed to be like,
He's a monster.
yeah, he's a monster.
And
He's
Guts
his own dragon. That
That's
lets
in
me know though.
Casca. I think that's gonna be like 18 or 2K. This one.
This is a big
shit.
statue too, right here.
Yeah, this is big and it's quarter scale. I think this is gonna hit like 2.
Yeah, but I like the paint job it has on it.
I love this
I just
piece.
like it. It was definitely a sad scene, but
It's more than a sad scene. It's just
very different. This piece.
But
If
yeah,
you watch that anime and you watch this part, like everything leading up to this part, and you watch this part, you don't feel something, you're not human. Because this part will get you. It's sad. It's real bad.
Wow.
But yeah, and then I'll probably get that Batman Hush too, just because I feel like that Batman Hush is a definitive Batman in 1/4 scale.
So okay, and you're okay with the changes that were made?
So personally, I'm okay with it. I didn't like the bats to begin with because I heard that they were falling off and stuff like that, and I was like, that's unneeded shit that I want to stress about, right?
Okay.
The computer, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even notice there was a computer on the base. So when I heard everybody saying, "Oh, it's missing a computer," all this, I'm like, dog, that don't even matter to me.
Have you ever seen it in person?
I have not. Only seen Superman Hush in person. I haven't seen this one.
Okay. Awesome. Good choices there. Anybody else? How about yourself, Alan? What anything tickle your fancy?
Yeah, 2 pieces for sure.
Yes, sir.
The Guts Casca diorama.
Perfect.
That's a definite coming home for that one.
Okay.
And they announced a 1/3 scale dog alien. I missed out on the quarter scale one that they initially did a couple years ago. and I really wanted to add that piece. So they're coming out with a third scale in this, and yeah, I'm going to jump on that one as soon as it goes up for PO.
Super tempting, this one as well. And it'll be interesting to see what the price point is. But I agree with you.
It'll be high.
You think it'll be up there?
Oh yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be close to $2,000 mark.
These were the photos. This is the base.
I think that's like the backside of the base.
It's the backside, yeah.
I don't know. I think it might be like they did like a diorama perhaps on the backside.
Oh yeah.
Wow. And then look at the sheer size of this thing.
Kind of like they're doing with the Batman tactical. It's like that kind of thing on the back.
I do wish they gave us more pictures of these though.
Yeah.
Don't want to get you excited.
I have a couple Prime 1 Alien pieces, and I have to say, the amount of detail and the time they take, I mean, they're just great pieces. The paintwork, you could tell that they really put a lot of extra effort into their Alien and Predator pieces. It really shows.
Knight's excited about the Alex Ross pieces. Delvis is looking at Neo.
That's what I'm saying. Neo, man.
Neo, John Wick, not Kane though, and Dune are on Mitchell's radar.
Okay.
Do you think they messed up by making Kane?
No, I think that was a nice pairing. I think that was smart considering it's quarter scale. It's not third, right? So that was their kind of way of making
quarter scale.
The Neo. I don't even care about the stuff missing from the base. That was in regards. That was the main man in regards to the Batman Hush. Slifer likes that Guts Casca. He's bringing that home. VH, I'm interested with the quarter scale Superman Hush and or Alex Ross. Travis says the Hush Soups is tempting, but I'm supposed to cool my jets until next year since I got some vacations coming up. May have to pull up for now. Expenses still in current pre-orders and room updates to enjoy. Yeah, your room is looking awesome. Not looking, it is awesome already. A lot of hard work went into there. Just some bum. What's up, y'all? I'm definitely picking up the Alex Ross Superman. By far the best Superman they showed, in my opinion. I will also pick up the Alex Ross Batman when it's released. Glad it's quarter. Congrats.
What about the Wonder Woman?
What's going on, Jaden? The Guts diorama is fire. Yeah, Wonder Woman, the trio. Will be really
now. I have a question for y'all.
Only
if
one.
Prime 1 decided to make that Alex Ross line 1/3, do you think LBS would have trouble?
No.
Yeah, the switch outs. LBS had the switch outs.
Yeah. I think that's why Prime 1's doing it in quarter, to be frank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's why Prime 1's doing it in quarter. Yeah, the switch outs make a difference.
I gotta speak up for there's like a small conglomerate, might be a large conglomerate, I don't know. But there's at least a small conglomerate of us out there that just don't really buy Wonder Woman, but we like Batman, Superman. So everybody always pitches the Trinity, but some of us just like to do I probably will never buy Wonder Woman. So
you don't have a Wonder Woman in your collection?
No, I don't think I'll ever have her because it's not a character I read when I was growing up, and it's not a character I've ever gotten into. I like stuff about her and certain things like Kingdom Come and stuff, but it was never, like I don't feel like I have to have her to make my DC stuff
to make it complete.
Yeah. There's a few of us out there like that don't buy into the Trinity as much.
Anybody else?
I think the show overall was really good. Got everybody together, like in different YouTube channels. They was all broadcasting it though, so it was really good to see that and everybody excited, like you know what I mean. But for me, I know I like the Prey, the Alien. I was excited to see the Batman on 1/4 and the Superman, but I honestly don't think it's the Batman Batcave. I think they should call it something else. And even the Superman Hutch, it's not. Just to me, it's different. So I mean, I would think they should call that something else as well. But and that Transformer, I know nobody likes that Transformer because it's massive. But I'm very intrigued in that Transformer. And if it's not over 5, I'll try to get it, figure it out.
That's the quarter to the third. A quarter on the left, third on the right.
That quarter is going to be bigger. I mean, they do make their quarters a little bit on the big end,
Yeah.
as it
I
is.
don't have to change the key. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a quarter, I'm more likely going to buy it, but I'm just saying I don't know how they change the gate. It looks because to me it's not. You can't call it Superman Hush or even a Batman Hush.
Why
They
can't
don't
you call
all-
it Superman Hush? This is based off of Superman Hush.
It is. This will pass as a Superman Hush.
Well, I'm talking about like if I want something like the 1/3, I want it like the 1/3. Don't change it. You get what I'm saying? Like
Well, that's the thing. He's not wrong, and the reason for that is that's how it was originally advertised.
Yeah.
It was a
So when
it
you
was a
change
complete
you totally get it now. Like you get what I'm saying? Like you can't. And then like even with the Batman Batcave, like you can't call it the Hush. There's no Hush portrait that like the other one has. And I want to know, does it come with the stands as well?
There's a difference.
The Batman, he comes with all the portraits that you have.
Not the
third.
Hush, not the Hush one.
The Hush one.
Okay.
And then like even what about the stands? So you think it comes with the stands? And if you think it comes,
I
with
think
the
if
stands,
it comes with the stance, they're gonna pay more.
yeah, you
No,
gonna
but
pay
it's a Hush. It's Hush, as in the sense that it's that ripped from the book. The look is still there.
Yeah, but now the Superman isn't really.
But looking at this though, I would prefer the 1/3. But I would still, but like I would like if I was a Superman collector, I would rather have. I wouldn't get that 1/4. But since
They're in a no-win situation because when it was announced, everybody was upset that it was the same statue going to quarter scale.
Exactly.
And they made changes, whether the changes were because they heard the cries or they just wanted to make the changes, and now
To make
everybody
it more affordable.
Yeah,
and now everybody's
you're right.
That is not exactly the same.
Nail on the head there.
But
Precisely.
they created the problem for themselves by making it all. Just
Well-
don't make this. You just go with your Alex Ross line and start with a fresh Superman, and don't keep
But
doing reprints.
I never understood the thought that bringing out the quarter scale was going to affect the third scale whatsoever, because it's just a different beast. People who want the third scale, the quarter scale will not feed that hunger. I will tell you that right now. So I didn't care. I didn't care if it was exactly the same because it just wouldn't feed that hunger.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this quarter scale Superman is, for me, I know it's not out yet, so this is like maybe this is the best quarter scale Superman I've seen. For me personally.
And I like that they downsized and simplified the base. Like I'm gonna be honest, the base on Superman Hush is not that great to me.
I agree.
It just takes up space. It doesn't look great. I always thought that the Superman piece himself was the eye catcher. It was the presence of him. He's just gigantic piece of Superman. The base was like whatever. So the fact that they simplified it even more, it's like whatever. We're giving you this great Superman in fourth. I'm okay with that.
Tony Stay Frosty says, and he's right. You guys, funny. Prime is redoing pieces that go for a lot of money on aftermarket. It's not really a good move for collectors. I did notice that. I had mentioned that on Friday, where it looks like they're going after those pieces that were very popular. But they've been doing it. They did it with Big Chap. That Alien, now they're doing it in third. This we knew was coming. Again, the changes they made to this Hush, regardless of the changes, I think the integrity of the third was always there, because it's just a different beast.
I don't know if it's just this picture, but the fourth, the colors on him look a little brighter too.
On the which one?
Totally different paint job. It's a
Yeah, that's what I saw. On the fourth, he does look a bit brighter.
No, it's completely
It's not
different.
the same. It's different.
Yeah,
Completely
Superman's not.
different.
Even this
Colors are
portrait,
different.
is. You can see this portrait's really done well here. The paint app.
The skin tone on this.
Yeah, it's really good.
looks better. So, I mean, congratulations whoever gets this. I'm gonna be one of them, but congratulations.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna get it too. So
Whatever the ES is, just subtract 1.
Well,
And if Phoenix is getting it, subtract like 5.
Phoenix, this is the one piece Phoenix actually said is going to be a day one pre-order. You never hear Phoenix ever say day one pre-order, but he says this is going to be the one of them. So,
You get the price. What do you think the price is gonna be? Like I think 899. Day 1 too.
The third was what, $9.99?
Yeah.
it'll be.
It'll be over 1,000.
No, I don't think it will.
It don't feel like good over 1,000.
I think over 1,000 is a bad move for them.
Dumbest.
If they were smart, it would be between 800 and 999,
If they were smart,
750.
it'd be like 700.
How much do you think the Batcave
there's
gonna
no way.
cost? Because they still got a Batcave in stock.
Oh,
So
it's Batman. Make it 400.
Fuck.
All right. Do you guys want to keep on moving? Let's keep on moving. Anyone else have anything to say about the soups or the Prime one? Alan,
Yeah, the
went,
only one that I'm getting
yeah.
the only one I'm like 100% getting is the Full Metal Alchemist, the Mustang and
That's
Hawkeye.
surprising. That's
That's the one up here. This one, Roy Mustang here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the definite for me.
That's a lot of
Awesome.
money right there.
We ballers over
Well,
here.
How about you?
The
Sorry,
Full
go
Metal
ahead.
went for like 12. I think the first one with Ed and Al.
Did you get
I
that
would
one?
assume it's probably around the same. Yeah, I have the Ed and Al.
Oh yeah, you got to get this.
Yeah, that's why I say that one's 100%. And then there's a few that I might get a few others, but that one's definite.
How's it going, Jeff? Jeff says, I think $8.95 for the Hush pieces with a healthy ES. That would be very smart of them to do that.
How many
Their website probably crashed.
older scale pieces have they released under $1,000 so far?
Well, they just released. I think they've kind of pivoted though with the kind of the way they're doing their business. They released the because they see the market, right? They're not. They see what's going on in the market and what people are saying. The sideshow piece goes up and all the excitement around the price point and the piece. But they did.
There's been only the Blitzway ones, right? That have been under.
Well, they just did the Batman and the pirate. What's his face?
Psycho.
Yeah, but those
Psycho
have
pirate.
like simple bases. They're not like Prime 1 bases.
Well, those were $7.99 and $6.99, so that's the thing.
And these are simple bases as well.
Yeah, I'm about to say these are simple bases. I'm hoping they kind of like
but not simple like those. Those are like almost like J&D bases.
What's going on, Theodore?
Squares.
So you think if they made the price $1,100 for the Batman Batcave, you wouldn't just put $69 more to get the 1/3?
I wouldn't get. First of all, I don't want a 1/3 of them. But if it was like 1,100 Batman, I'm not getting that one.
The 1,100 for the Superman, I can see. 1,100 for the Batman, no way. No way. That's what we you're almost paying for
another Superman on that caliber.
No, 100%. I think everybody went. Anybody else? D-Rock?
I wish they would stop making Michael Bay Transformers.
This right here, I want to see this. I want to see this. The half-scale Batman, Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna
I
have
can't
the
believe
same issue
nobody
with
mentioned the Godzilla -1.
Because I don't want to buy it, man. Don't bring it up. Stop.
That's for Ken. That's for Ken, but that's a stunning piece.
Awesome statue, man.
Yeah, that looks great. I've never seen the movie.
Godzilla.
Moving on.
I don't collect Godzilla or King Kong pieces, but I have to say, this -1 piece, man, this really caught my attention. And it might end up being a standalone piece in my collection.
Wow.
I just think they did a phenomenal job on this, with the little people running around, the light up feature, the detail they put on.
I didn't even see the people.
Itself.
Yeah.
I just think they knocked this one out of the park.
If I ever did get this piece, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, it's missing one. I'd rotate panel members' portraits on these things. I'll tell you that. Every week would be someone different. But yeah, I'm so happy for Ken because he was ecstatic. And
day one, D-Rock.
Look at the building, man.
I will have to see what
Details crazy.
I don't know, D-Rock. This look pretty good. This and the Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh yeah.
I think this is their best piece.
For Godzilla.
Yeah, I think this is their best piece, their best Godzilla piece, because you can just get this. It works on its own.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Look at the detail in this building. All that's left here is some watch batteries to make this clock work. And I'm telling you, man, that's all. Look at the inside. This is crazy. This is where Prime 1 excels.
You better believe somebody's gonna take that clock apart and make it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Guaranteed. I might do it, honestly. I've been thinking about it. Because that would just make the piece even more like crazy.
Yeah, that's badass.
Unique. But other than that one, which I probably will get, I just don't know. I want to see what the price comes out to. and how long it looks like it'll probably take, because I think they take a while on those pieces.
Yeah.
Probably the Alex Ross stuff.
Yeah.
But I just don't know about Wonder Woman. It's just not mine.
Superman looks great.
But definitely the Superman for sure, and the Batman for sure.
And the fact that it's fabric and sculpted cape, that's pretty cool too.
Yep. Options, yeah.
This was cool to see Riddler all in one, so you're going to get all the variations of Riddler, but I try not to get too excited about this because it was only renders, so we know we are way far from seeing that Riddler. But I think you're going to see a lot of companies come out of the woodwork now, licensed companies, and tackle the Riddler.
I want to know how big this cave troll is going to be. Because the
Uh,
cave troll is like, what, 15, 17 feet?
it's going to be...
And if it's a
You didn't
quarter
see the
scale,
picture
is
of it compared to all the other.
yeah, they put it next to the...
Too damn big.
let me see if I can put...
The,
he put it,
it was the quarter scales. They put them next to it.
Yeah, it was like
towered
the
over
quarter
them.
scale.
I mean,
Aragorn, I think it was, or
Aragorn.
one of them.
precisely. Yeah.
She was,
Yeah,
she was
it
like
towered.
double the size.
Well, that cave troll is enormous.
okay.
My only gripe with that piece, if they had put some of the Fellowship on the base instead of just some of the, what are those, goblins or whatever, that for sure I would get it. But just the cave troll, I don't know.
I think there's a goblin on the left right there.
Well, it's like
This-
if they wanted to do it as a diorama that you could put the bases together, that would have been cool. Where you could push those characters in with the fighting the troll.
This could have almost been like the Sentinel diorama, right? Where you get the Fellowship. I see what you're saying, Alan. That could have been cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think there's a little bit of a missed opportunity there for them. But I'm waiting to see this painted. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. And I keep thinking that perhaps the Prime 1 Gimli might pair up well with this.
Hmm.
So it's a maybe for me, but it's such a huge piece.
Just for one moment, Keesis, you got to head out.
Yeah, man. I'm on
Yeah,
Navy
man.
duty.
I know, I completely understand. We're gonna be wrapping up soon. I try to keep this one to an hour and a half max, and we're hitting that point. So it's Monday night too. So great to see you, man. And next week we'll do the auction. So glad you could stop by and hell
Y'all
yeah,
have a good one.
good to see you, man.
Peace out.
Yeah, I think I think the third scale to see a third scale Sauron coming. Man, for me it's the Sauron, the half scale Batman, Keaton Batman, and what was the other one? Riddler I don't count because it was just a.
So you're gonna dip your toe into Lord of the Rings?
I would like to. I always said if I could, I not necessarily to get all of them, but I always said that if I can go back, I'd like to experience the Lord of the Rings journey
Yeah.
with Prime 1 because they're so stunning, such stunning pieces.
Well, the quarter scale Sauron is enormous. I can't imagine what the third scale is going to be.
And that I might go that route too. And if I see people selling the quarter scale one, I might just go and grab that one because I think that could be enough representation. But apparently 59 inches tall. That's what I hear. So, yeah.
Those are stupid.
The quarter scale is like 42 inches tall. So
I did want to mention this on the cusp of discussing the Prime 1 event. So they had teased that middle picture, the Hush Catwoman in 2023. And if you look at the photos we were looking at behind the Superman Hush that we were just discussing on the left and right of this panel here, you can see this base with cats on it. And it looks very similar to what we're seeing here, that photo that was teased in 2023. If Prime 1 watches this show, and if they know, they should be, because this is everyday collector here with all these brilliant minds on the panel tonight. But I'm telling you, please don't just settle and do it in quarter scale, and please do it in third scale, because that would absolutely be devastating for the collectors who collected this Hush line in third. To just be able to get the Catwoman in quarter, that would be devastating. So, I hope that's not the case. This, again, is purely speculation. There's no confirmation here whatsoever. I kind of just put 2 and 2 together. when we were zooming in at the back of the Superman, you can see this, and I'm like, wait a second, that looks awfully familiar, and I thought it was the Hush. So if that is the case, please do this in 1/3. And hopefully this is not going to be a case like the Constantine where they do, and it just doesn't have enough people taking out. Somebody could say that the picture's not showing. Jesus, guys. Sorry about that, guys. This is the photo here. I thought the photo was showing. But yeah, here we go. So in the middle is the Hush Catwoman, teased in last year. And then on the left and the right are the photos of Behind the Superman. So you can see it's similar. So I'm hoping that it doesn't come in quarter. Because we'll have to send some messages around, and it'll just be more work for us, which is not fun.
Is that something you're looking for, John?
Yes.
For third scale?
That'll be an order for sure from me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anyone on the panel besides John and myself that jumped on the JMD Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman?
Glad you brought that up because I got something to discuss about that.
No, I haven't. I'm gonna send Jared the link though.
We discussed this Batman. Too bad this wasn't at the show, but this was the Rebirth kind of tease before the show. Really digging this Batman, but we discussed this on.
It's not as bad as I thought. I kept looking at it and I was like, "Oh, it's not that bad,"
On last Monday, I love this Batman. I really like this Batman a lot. I would pick this Batman up over that Hush quarter scale.
What do you think the dimensions are on this Batman?
What do I think the dimensions will be?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. I think it's going to be a tall one with that angel. And those bats. I don't get why they put the bats here and they didn't put it on the Hush quarter scale one, but that's fine. But I think this is the one to get, if you're asking me. We'll see price point.
Yeah, it's dope. I like it.
Yeah, it's really different. But yeah, to go to J&D quick, the Catwoman, we got some updates, Alan. I know you had mentioned it when we did the show, but where is it here? They have given us an update. Catwoman. J&D finally decided to produce the dual version of Catwoman in 2 types. So there's going to be a type. There'll be an announcement of this decision officially by email shortly to you. So everyone who ordered one, you'll get an email, and you'll have the option of ordering the dual version with the railing in the background like you see in the photo on the right. It looks like there'll be a railing, and they'll clean up some of the snow and make it look more like the individual Catwoman piece. So, good news for all. Apparently not charging you anything extra as well, so that's great.
Yeah, no, I love it with the railing.
Yeah, I think it makes a massive difference.
Yep.
But I'm excited. You had mentioned we pre-ordered it. We did that live show. I had a blast. And that was a ton of fun, and I can't wait. I watched the movie over the weekend, and I'm telling you, it's been years since I watched that, but Michelle Pfeiffer made that movie. For me. She really made that movie. Love the character. And then they had made an update with the Superman as well. They're going to be updating the Reeve Superman's portrait. That's going to be revealed soon, so stay tuned for that. And then there's your photo. There's your photo of the John Wick teaser that's going to be coming as well. Lots of John Wick love this past week. And this credit to the post. I got all this info. Du Sun Juan. Thanks for sharing that information with the community. No, that wasn't going to be the next John Wick villain. That is a community member who shared those photos. And that joke was quality. And I didn't hear anybody. I know it's late, but goddamn, I didn't hear anybody laugh.
If I get a John Wick, I'll go with that Prime 1 Blitzway.
What's going on, Stanley? Happy Monday, brother. Alan was going to do the custom railing. I know.
I was.
They tackled that real quick. They're like, nope, that's not going to happen. They're like, we're going to get it done. To round out the show, building a collection. Let's just go through the... let's just go quickly through the building a collection. Whose collections we have set up so far. We're going to continue this next week. Finalize it, because this is everyone's favorite. Vision has his quarter scale Ghostbusters, as well as the Batman versus Joker Dragon. And then he has this beautiful lineup. The Batman versus Superman, the Hawkman, And Vision, that's Grimlock?
Yeah, Grimlock. Yeah.
Grimlock, beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful collection. I need that Hawk, man, so pass it over.
Mhm.
Alan has the J&D Harley and Wonder Woman, as well as the Alien Queen by Prime 1. He also has the Ripley by Prime 1 and XM Ghost Rider. And then these three beauties, the Detective 1000, Superman Hush, and the Catwoman on Bat Cycle by Queen Studios. Our guy, Cool Game, has Punchline, one of my favorites. And man, we had some fun and we dropped a whole line at once for bid. And he got the PCS Turtle line, which was a great addition. He's also bid for the Tweeterhead Joker and LBS Hulk Rage Portrait and won them both. So huge congrats to you. Cool Game. Jerry got the Prime 1 Big Chap, the Frodo and Gollum from Lord of the Rings, Soundwave, and Gandalf versus the Balrog, as well as the Sideshow Iron Spider-Man and Symbiote Spidey. And last week, he got the J&D Batman.
Nice.
D-Rock picked up the Red Death. No, is it Red Death? Yeah, Red Death. As well as the Joker on Throne, which Cool Game needs for his punchline. He also got DK3, LBS Thor, and Cap, and Sideshow Juggernaut. As well as first week, he was able to pick up the Sideshow Joker by Daniel Bell, Scorpion by XM Studios, the Sideshow Carnage, and classic Art Germ Poison Ivy by Sideshow. Our guy Keesis picked up Doomsday by Prime 1 Studios, Green Lantern, and the Jazz Inc. Batwing, as well as Thanos on Throne and the Tweeterhead Wonder Woman. Piggy picked up one of his favorites, the Cactus Predator, the Batman Who Laughs, and Visions Ecto 1. And this one, if you remember from the first episode, way overpaid for this one. The Sideshow Mr. Freeze. This was his first. I wonder if this would be his crown jewel, but he was able to pick it up. And then lastly, he got the XM Hulkbuster as well as War Tank. Rashid picked up last week the LBS from the chats. He wasn't even on the show. The LBS Magneto as well as the Prime 1 Batman vs. Superman. He was able to pick up the Iron Studios Darth Vader in quarter scale, XM Thanos with Lady Death, and the Prime 1 Jungle Hunter. Predator. And that is that's pretty much it for building a collection. Next week, Monday, we'll do the last one for this round, and we'll have some fun with it. I'll mix things up and get people riled up, have some fun. Let's maybe do a round of trades. People can trade. We'll see how
That'll
it
be
goes.
fun.
That'll be fun. This was fun. I love doing these on Monday nights. I try not to go too late because I understand it's Monday. Everybody has to work. So hope you guys had a blast. We covered some news that we missed last week again because of the Prime 1 showcase. And community photos, we'll have a load of them this Friday. I'll show all the community photos that were shared in the group. And there's a ton of beautiful
What about the
photos.
game at the beginning? Like, what was the results?
Sorry?
What about the game you played at the beginning? What was the results?
I'm gonna put the results. I'm gonna do something with all the results, and I'll post it in the Facebook group, and we'll mention it next Monday as well. I just wanted to make sure I covered everybody because I think there was somebody that went on Facebook quickly and added something. Yes, right here. Just want to be respectful and cover everybody here. So just for 2 seconds. Here we go. Present. Share screen. Mr. Popo, great to see you. Omar shared. So this is for the crown jewel. What we had mentioned. Omar shared. This will be my forever piece. This is the Street Fighter Akuma, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it is. Stunning piece. Phoenix, if you hear my voice coming from this, that's me inside. Wow. That's his custom Superman. Another beautiful piece as well. We have Florian who said these two will never leave the collection. It's not over, but personally the Predator 3rd scale line from Prime 1 and the Dark Knight 1-to-1 bust from Infinity are my favorites. These are holy grails for me. Beautiful pieces, man. And that's a close-up of... see how Facebook works, man? That makes you scroll all the way back down. That was Omar's as well. Awesome. And Phoenix. Beautiful paint app on this. And I think that was it to round out. The rest of them we covered at the beginning of the show. Yep. And if I miss anyone, I will update it for next show. But I think that was it. Thank you to everybody who went on the Everyday Collector group and shared those. Stanley saying, keep going for another hour. Stanley, these poor guys got to get to work. I appreciate them even taking the time that they did to hang out here. But, yeah, tune in Friday. Friday we'll have club. It'll be another fun time. Tomorrow we'll hang out with Steve on his channel for the statue talk. And, yeah, there's tons to talk about this week. Again, I wanted to give a massive shout out to Prime 1 for putting together that showcase. Stunning job. Production was great. And I did a post about this. I can't say this enough. Even if everything they showed you hated, what Prime 1 was able to do to get everybody in the community together the way they did is unbelievable. With the amount of live shows, people watching the replay, and just the amount of people talking about the hobby and about the products, whether you like it or not, they deserve a pat on the back. So keep up the great work. Always appreciate what Prime 1 does. And that's it, guys. We'll keep you Friday with the latest news. I hope everyone had a blast. Vision, Jerry, Alan, Cool Game, D-Rock. Always great to see you guys. And thanks for hanging out on another Chatter That Matters. Everyone in the chat and everyone who watches the replay, thanks for supporting the channel. Always remember to stay safe, be happy, and collect responsibly. We will see you later on in the week. All the best.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.